I, again, have chills. I had chills so many times doing this, but I was like, don't forget.
It's so hard for me to be interviewed. It's kind of like in therapy because I just want to ask, like, what's your... Tell me now.
What do you feel?
Yeah,
Like?
exactly.
Don't ask me. Turn this off. All right, Karli. Who are you? What got you into painting?
Okay, so going way back when I was like 10, my grandmother was an artist and she was a painter, and she taught me like oil pastels and like a little bit of oil painting when I was like 7 or 8. And then I didn't really do painting very much, and then in high school I I didn't really do a lot of classwork. I just spent most of my time drawing.
Doodling.
And so it was like one of those things where it was like I started getting really good at it, and then my friends wanted me to give them drawings, and it was like, I don't know, it just became one of those things where it was like, this is the thing that I'm getting like satisfaction out of, attention, and like affirmation made me feel good about myself, and then it just kept going. And then I decided, oh, I want to be really good at it. I want to be able to like render portraits and stuff like that. And so it just, I don't know, it's kind of been like, I used to think it was mostly high school, but I'm like, no, I was a little kid.
When I look at your art, it's such a dream space, as you can see with even the ones behind you right now. What inspires you to paint like that?
So, yes. I really learned how to paint realistic portraits and figures, and then I wanted to really think about like, why was I painting the portrait and what was I doing with it? And I don't have a lot of memories from childhood. A lot of the like formative memories are gone, and so I think a lot about that, like memory, and like I did a lot of like studying like trauma and what it does to your memories and what it does to your body and all of this stuff. And then I got this book called Disrupted Realism. So it's kind of abstracting it, but you're getting like points of like realism in it. And I really like that because everybody has like something that they can connect to. It's like everybody has some sort of like traumatic memory or like a health issue or like something that makes them feel a little bit like disrupted or like mashed up. Yeah, exactly. It's like dissociation or like when I moved to the East Coast, I started getting migraines a lot, and like the auras before the migraine, and I never really had that happen before. And it's like I would get tunnel vision and like crazy psychedelic things were happening, and I'm like, how can I try to represent physically an experience that's happening either like neurologically or internally or like psychologically in like a visual way.
That's so funny that you said that, because when I was looking at your paintings, when I see them, I see the inside of my own mind. Like that is how I visualize like random memories, like you said, that come up. And so just seeing that on such a like accurately depicted visual way is inspiring. It's incredible.
That's really cool, because that's what I want. I mean,
to portray.
And it's like you kind of like let go of control of what your art says to other people, and I love people's interpretation, but if it's like what I'm trying to say, that's amazing too. So
when you said that, I was like, that's crazy.
Thanks
great
for sharing.
You've got it, nailed it.
Sometimes people look at my work, especially the really like disrupted ones, they get kind of like, like they don't like really what they see sometimes, but like not that they don't like it, but they feel like a little disturbed by it or something. And that's fine too.
I heard this quote once, and it was like, art isn't supposed to look nice, it's supposed to make you feel something.
I know.
That.
And there's like a whole movement right now of like, if your art's pretty, that means it's bad, but I don't agree with that.
No,
Because again, like for me, I want it to be accessible, like to everybody. And a lot of times people are like, I don't know anything about art, and I'm like, do you know what you like? Like, do you know, if you look at something, can you say like, I like this or not? And if you know that you like something, then there you go. That's all you need to know.
Because you can play off of that too. Disgust is also a great way to express too. So what's your preferred medium?
I definitely like oil painting for sure. That's my favorite. As far as painting goes, it's like you can build on it, and I don't know, it's also like just so luminescent, and you can see through each layer, and you can build on top of it like over and over, and like other kinds of paint mediums at least aren't really like that. Yeah, and they dry faster. I really like watercolor too for similar reasons, but like oil is like, I just love like the colors and the richness that you get with it. I feel like my way of connecting with people is by painting and painting their portrait, or just like art in general, because I'm pretty introverted, and it's like an entry point for me to talk to people about anything, really. I don't know, and I work in customer service, so it's like everybody has like points of contention about everything, but it's like if you want to talk about art, I can connect with you on that. It's like the thing, you know. So many people who work in the industry who are artists.
Yeah.
Like so many artists.
That's why we work in the industry.
Exactly.
So we can be artists.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't want to work like those 9-to-5 office jobs where people are telling us what to do. It's like just not in our nature, really.
I feel you.
One of the things that makes me inspired is inspiring other people. And I've always spent a lot of time like collecting people together and being like, let's make a collective project, or like throwing lots of group art shows. I don't know, it's weird because like the Roe v. Wade getting overturned, and like the day it happened, I woke up to my little sister texting me, and she was like crying. My mom was like raging, and my friend Gina and I called her, I'm like, we need to like do something.
Yeah.
Let's like have a thing that we're doing.
An outlet for all of this emotion. And
so like I have a button maker, and she does too. Mine's like 1
I
inches.
saw those.
Yeah. And she owns that Super Mix store, and she's one of my like curatorial like collaborative people. We always like make art together, throw shows together, and she's an amazing artist. And so she's like, all right, come to Super Mix, we're gonna make buttons, and we're gonna give them away or sell them or have like donations, and then we'll donate it to like legal defense funds and like people trying to access like reproductive health care, and like there's so many organizations right now. And so we did that. Like I went there, and I had to work that night too, but I was like, I went there, and then my friend Erin hit me up, and she was raging, and so she came, and then her friend came. It was like we all made these pins like really quickly, and then we were wearing them, and then like at Vail. Have you ever been to Vail headquarters? Oh, you need to go there. 2 of my coworkers work there. And so yeah, like the boys over there were like wearing our pins, and then I wore one to work, and I was like, I might fuck around and get fired tonight, because someone's gonna start some shit with me, and I didn't. It was just like an amazing outlet. Like women over there was telling me about her abortion, and then I was working behind the bar, and another woman was like fist bump, like telling me about hers and how she's worried about her daughters. I know, it was really like
the way that art just like inspires conversation and connection. And
I thought people were gonna get mad at me, but no, it was
that's
very
amazing.
Like it was really amazing. Opening. Yeah, so that was my like initial reaction, like do something with this energy, and then the next day woke up really depressed.
Yeah, that's what happens. We go in cycles for sure.
It was good. I liked it. Yeah,
that's amazing. Off the top of your head, are there any artists that you admire that inspire you?
Yeah, so many. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I think
like how much time do we have?
Right. So like classically, like Lucian Freud and Francis Bacon and Alphonse Mucha, and then Egon Schiele, and then more contemporarily, like I really like this portrait artist. His name's Aaron Nagel, and he does like really beautifully rendered. Just the skin is just like so luscious and beautiful. And then I love like really like kawaii, like Japanese looking like pop art a lot. There's this artist that I think is from Australia maybe, called Pip and Pop, and they make these like crazy sculptures that look like candy and frosting, and they're just like brightly colored, and they'll be all over the floor. There's so many.
Yeah, that was a good list.
Yeah, I know.
I was like off the top of your head.
Yeah. Yeah, so funny.
Last question, that is kind of a hard one, but I love it.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Okay, so honestly, it's not that hard for me.
Oh, good.
It's taken me a long time to be able to get here, but lots of therapy and stuff. But I really like my motivation. I'm just like so independently motivated all the time, and that is something that I've realized isn't what everybody has. And this is when people tell me I'm talented, I'm always like, okay, so all of the things that I make, those are all skills, and everybody can learn those skills. To me, the talent is the drive, and I have that, and I love that about myself. I feel super lucky to have that. For whatever reason I have it, that's the thing.
I love it. I, again, have chills. I had chills so many times doing this, but I was like, don't freak out. Like, don't, just let her finish before you like push that onto her. I love it. Aww.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Karli.